Subscribe the Unique Academy's YouTube channel and press the bell icon for latest updates and videos.
Make me, sir.
Come in. Come in. Come in.
Good evening to all of you, sirs.
Good evening. Vaibhav, you can take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
This is your second attempt.
Sorry, sir. This is my first attempt.
Very first attempt.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. You have done B.Tech in mechanical engineering.
I beg to differ, sir. I have done B.Tech in mechanical engineering.
तो B.Tech in mechanical engineering ना?
Yes, sir. I heard metallurgical engineering.
ना mechanical engineering.
Yes, sir.
है ना? With a CGPA of 8.09.
Yes, sir.
Have you worked in industry?
No, sir.
Did you do any internships while you were doing your B.Tech?
Yes, sir. I did internship in Tata Motors.
Tata Motors?
Yes, sir.
Come.
Sir, while I was studying in my third year.
This should be in 2017.
Yes.
And how many days did you spend there?
Sir, approximately 2 months.
2 months.
Yes, sir.
2 months is too big an internship.
It was a short-term internship.
And what was your work over there?
Sir, we work on actually we designed a fixture there.
You designed?
Yes, sir. Means we did the calculations and all the what will be the material that regarding things for the design of a fixture.
Fixture?
Yes, sir.
So
Which
what
works
was
on
applied for?
sir, that was the chassis line and the basic problem was that they were having different tables at that place and they need to pick up through crane various materials and need to set there on the different tables. But we designed a fixture which could rotate accordingly using hydraulic mechanism at a single table. All the assembly was being done on the single table then. We reduced all that belt conveyor and replaced with a single fixture which was rotating using hydraulics.
So is it applied now in their assembly units?
I don't know whether it is applied or not, but they were supposed to work on that.
After you left?
Yes.
So for a candidate, and it works on hydraulic energy.
Yes.
For a candidate who is so much into machines and automobiles, why do you want to get into civil services?
Sir, I represent a section which belongs to downtrodden and lower income section. I feel that I have seen the various social issues with closely and with the proximity, such as dowry, child marriage. I have seen such issues very closely. So I think, sir, I think that the people from the people having backgrounds like me should represent in bureaucracy, because the ultimate aim of bureaucracy is working for the welfare of the society. That's why I
Welfare of
chose.
the society.
Yes, sir.
Welfare of society, are you sure?
Yes,
And you
sir.
said you represent them.
Sir, I want to represent them
You want
because
to represent them.
yes,
Okay. So you come from a village.
yes, sir.
What is the population of this place?
Sir, I belong to Degaon, which is having population according to census 2011 around 2,500.
2,500.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the specific caste community that you come from,
Sir, I
so
belong.
how many people of this caste community would be found in this village?
Sir, we have only one family regarding Dhangar caste.
That's your family.
Yes, sir. My native place is different. We migrated there, sir.
So what is your native place?
So my native place is Kadve.
And where is that located?
Sir, it is in district Satara, but in Tehsil Patan.
And when did the migration happen?
So before my birth, sir.
But during the time of your parents or during the time of your grandparents?
During time of my parents, sir.
Parents?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your father is a laborer.
Yes, sir.
But in a village of 2,500 people, so he works in the village itself.
Sir, there is MIDC nearby our village, so he works on a temporary basis in small workshop there.
And how many years has he been working over there?
Sir, he have been working since last 3-4 years.
3-4 years?
Yes, sir. Initially, he was working as agricultural laborer, but recently he...
So he has a farm of his own?
No, sir.
On somebody else's farm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 2,500 people and you are the only person from your community in this village?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very interesting. Acha, does the village have an elected sarpanch?
Yes, sir.
Elected by the people?
Yes, sir.
And for how many years has he or she been elected? It's a he or she?
Sir, sir.
He?
Yes, sir.
So for the last how many years has he been in his position?
Sir, the person tends to change every election, but they represent, as we know that the villages are mostly represented by the dominant caste there. So we have
No,
similar.
that's fine. I'm just trying to find out as to for the last how many years has he been sarpanch?
Sir, he has been sarpanch for last 5 years.
5 years.
This
So now it
is
time
his
for
second
his-
term. Yes, sir.
Acha, second term has already started.
Yes, sir.
So he's been elected for a second term also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my god. Acha, Vaibhav, there was this plan as far as Maharashtra government is concerned
Yes.
that they should be changing this pattern of sarpanchas who are elected directly and moving it to a situation of the earlier type when sarpanchas were elected by the elected representatives of the Gram Sabha.
Okay.
Okay, nahi? Do you have an idea that there is a plan of this type?
So, sir, I don't know the plan regarding that.
I have no idea about it.
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. अच्छा मेरे को एक बात बताओ, what is the problem as far as Indian manufacturing is concerned? Why
Sir-
is it that manufacturing in India as a percentage of its GDP has been slouching at that very low rate of under 20%?
So the first thing, we have unskilled and semi-skilled labor. We do not have skilled labor. This is the first prominent reason for the unemployment rate of 6.1, as the recent PLFS survey has shown. The second one is the lack of investment and lack of infrastructure facilities for the starting of industries in industries. The third one is, sir, we have neglected the development of rural sector. We have concentrated more on the urban areas and metros. So this is the
How would concentrating on the rural areas contribute to industrialization?
sir, we are facing migration issues in urban areas, and that has cost more. So if we shift our industrial base to the rural areas, there will not be any stress on the urban areas, and the rural people will get employment, sir.
ऐसे कैसे होगा? This was done at a time when you had state socialism. So industries being shifted to rural areas, with the idea that they should go about employing people so that the stress on agricultural environment becomes low. ये क्लासिकल स्टेट सोशलिज्म वाला आइडिया है. अब स्टेट सोशलिज्म तो खत्म हो गया, तो अब ये अब कैसे होगा ये?
Sir, if we consider the example of Pune, we have so much stress of population and immigration from the surrounding rural areas. If we go to the hub and spoke model, if we make center as Pune and we develop allied industries in rural areas surrounding Pune, there will not be, sir, issue of population migration in Pune, and the industrial growth will be also promoted, sir.
You come from Satara
Yes, sir.
and you're talking about Pune.
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. अब मेरे को एक बात बताओ, between Satara and Pune, which is a district that is more industrialized?
Sir, Pune.
Already है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो अगर कुछ करना है तो we have to do for places like Satara.
Yes, sir. That's what I was just quoting an example.
So we turn Pune into the hub and Satara becomes the spoke.
Sir, we can develop hub and spoke model for Satara as well. We can make center at Satara and surrounding villages can be developed.
Brilliant. ये बोलने के बाद आपको याद आ रहा है.
Sir,
ये तो और खूबसूरत रहा. Fast bowling. What bowling do you do?
sir, it is related to cricket. I'm a fast bowler, sir.
You're a fast bowler.
Yes, sir.
How fast?
Sir, medium pacer, sir. Medium fast.
So what is your speed like?
Sir, we don't have a speed gun to measure, but it must be around 130 plus.
130 plus. Brilliant. And at what level do you play cricket?
Sir, I was representing my school in my school days, and I have played for my college also at university level.
As a CVP thing.
Yes, sir.
क्या किया जाए, क्या कर क्या सकते हैं? अच्छा, आप मेरे को एक बात बताओ, हाँ, ये सब छोड़ो. Let's talk about something very basic. You said this village that you come from has 2,500 people in it.
Yes, sir.
I presume most of them are farmers.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other manufacturing activities which are happening over here?
Sir, they are mainly we have one mega food park in Degaon, which is nearby village. So most of the people who
Mega
are
food park.
yes, sir.
So what are the foods which have been processed there?
Sir, it has been recently inaugurated, so I have not visited it, sir. I'm unaware about what are the processes, but all kind of food processing has been they have been doing there, sir. There are various plants there, sir.
Various branches
Yes, sir.
of the food processing park. It's a government initiative, private initiative?
Yes, sir. It's a government initiative of
Government of Maharashtra, government of India.
so government of India mega food park scheme is there.
Acha.
Yes, sir.
Acha. So it's part of that.
Yes, sir.
It's part of the mega food project of the government of India. It has got nothing to do with Maharashtra as such. Okay, okay. So your father, you said, is a contractual laborer.
Yes, sir.
So I presume this is in the unorganized sector.
Yes, sir.
Unorganized, unskilled. So in terms of, if you look at the last decade as such, there has been a lot of emphasis as far as the government is concerned, both in Maharashtra as well as at the level of the union, that we have got to, in some way or the other, design policies which would benefit unorganized workers.
Yes, sir.
Huh? So you have any idea about what are the latest policies?
Yes, sir.
If, say, for example, one looks at budget 2020,
Yes, sir.
that one can find out for workers from the unorganized sector.
Sir, as far as remember, sir, there is Pradhan Mantri Shrameva Jayate Karyakram. There is Pradhan Mantri Shramyogi Mandan scheme. Also, there are Aam Aadmi Bima Yojana there. Is there, sir?
Is there any scheme which pertains to what is called as pensions for people from the unorganized sector in a situation where they are not able to work any further?
I'm really sorry, sir. I am not aware about it.
No, not aware.
Yes.
The first scheme that you mentioned was
Shrameva Jayate Karyakram.
Shrameva Jayate. And what is that about?
Sir, it is about recognizing the rights of and dignity of the labor who are working in unorganized sectors.
How do you go about recognizing that?
Sir, by providing them social security, which is not there in unorganized sector.
And उसमें pensions नहीं आता है.
Sir, I'm not aware about that. Whether
The
pensions.
other big thing that the government of India did come up with on the eve of the elections of 2019 was what is called as ration card portability. So unorganized workers face this major problem that since they are unorganized, they are most of the time contractual workers, seasonal workers, they keep crossing states, and there's something that is called as a ration card which entitles them to buying their rations. So any idea about this ration card portability thing?
I'm really sorry, sir. I don't.
Does your family have a ration card?
Yes, sir. We are the residents of Degaon village. So we
So
have.
what is the color of the ration card that you have?
Sir, it's orange.
It's an orange ration card. So what does an orange ration card essentially signify?
Sir, it's about poverty line.
Below poverty line.
Above poverty line.
Above poverty
Yes,
line.
sir.
And the below poverty line card would be in?
Sir, it's yellow, I think, sir. I don't know. But as far as I remember, it is yellow, sir.
It's yellow. So did your family ever have a yellow ration card?
No, sir. We were in the BPL as per the criteria in 5-6 years back, but we could not get the card, sir.
Okay,
Due to
okay.
bureaucratic efforts.
इतना मुसीबत होता है. That's the reason why we should have people coming from backgrounds like yours, है ना? As far as communities who are below poverty line can be considered.
Yes, sir.
How do extractive industries, mostly mines, impact tribal communities in developing countries like India?
So the first major thing is regarding their resettlement and rehabilitation problem, because
Hmm.
a lot of evacuation is there for the clearing of forest to acquire the mines there. This is the
Hmm.
major issue. Second one is, sir, we do not provide them assistance for the alternative livelihood. So and third one is, sir, we do not recognize the forest rights they have, as tribal Panchashil given by Pandit Nehru specifically recognizes in third Panchashil that we should recognize their forest rights over forest and lands.
In Panchashil?
Yes, sir.
कौन सा Panchashil?
Sir, Pandit Nehru has given tribal Panchashil, like we have foreign policy Panchashil.
अच्छा, Niti Aayog has done that.
No, sir. Pandit Nehru, sir.
Pandit Nehru has given.
Yes, sir. Along with an prominent anthropologist, Verrier Elvin.
When?
Way back in 1950s, sir.
1950s.
50s. Yes, sir.
अच्छा, ये आप जहाँ से आते हो, this
Yes,
is the state of Maharashtra, and since we are also talking about Satara, you have heard of Irvati Karve?
Yes, sir.
So if I ask you to, in some way or the other, describe her contribution to modern Indian anthropology, huh? So how would you describe it? Does she have a contribution to modern Indian anthropology?
Yes, sir.
So how would you describe that?
Sir, she basically worked on tribes in Satara as well as in Pune region. So her work was basically regarding kinship studies.
हाँ, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी करने वाले सब लोग किनशिप स्टडीज ही करते हैं some way or the other.
Yes.
तो और क्या किया उन्होंने? Have
Sir,
you read any of the works written by her?
sorry, sir. No, sir.
नहीं.
Yes.
She has also written about anthropology in Marathi.
Sir, I remember that she has got Sahitya Academy Award for one of her books, sir. I don't remember the book, but she has got Sahitya Academy Award for that.
अच्छा, साहित्य अकादमी मराठी में लिखा तो मिलता है, इंग्लिश में लिखा तो नहीं मिलता है क्या?
Sorry, sir. Don't
No,
know.
you don't have an idea about that.
Yes.
Okay. We have this protest which is going on in Assam. You have heard of the protests which are going on in Assam against the Citizenship Amendment Act.
Yes.
And a major concern as far as that protest is concerned are the tribes of Assam.
Yes, sir.
A particular tribe with which the government of India recently announced that it has done a peace deal. Are you aware of what tribe is it that I'm talking of?
Sorry, sir. I'm not able to recall.
अरे पिछले हफ्ते हुआ है, पिछले हफ्ते. हाँ? अच्छा, tell me one thing. How do you look at the coming in of electric vehicles? As far as conventional automobile makers of the variety that you interned with, the Tatas are concerned, how would they get impacted? Would they at all get impacted?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
When it comes to electric vehicles, how would conventional automobile makers of the type that the Tatas are, how is it that they would get impacted? Would they at all get impacted?
Sir, the government is promoting e-vehicles as per the FAME scheme recently launched. So we are going to phase out the traditional vehicles because they are more polluting than the e-vehicles. So the traditional industries such as Tata also they are working on e-vehicles. Recently they have launched.
So they are working on e-vehicles,
Yes,
so they
sir.
are not going to get impacted.
Sir, they will because the change is gradual process of change is the need of hour. If the demand will be growing for e-vehicles, they need to phase out the traditional vehicles, and they are doing that. Recently, they have launched Tata Nixon, which is an e-vehicle.
हॉलीवुड एडवेंचर मूवी क्या होता है?
Sir,
हॉलीवुड की सारी मूवीज एडवेंचर होती है जो इंडिया में दिखाई जाती है.
sir,
So can you tell me a Hollywood non-adventure movie?
yes, sir.
Like,
Sir,
so if you look at the films which have been presently listed
yes, sir.
in multiplexes and cinema theaters across the country, one film that comes to your mind which can be said to be a Hollywood non-adventure movie?
Sir, Forrest Gump is one movie. Sir, second one is The Shawshank Redemption. These are not adventures movies, but they represent drama and thriller movies, sir.
Acha.
Yes, sir.
So what is the last adventure Hollywood movie that you have seen?
So recently, I saw Jumanji: The Next Level, sir.
Jumanji.
Yes, sir.
Acha. The next level.
Yes, sir.
Acha, the latest one.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So where does the story now land up in?
Sir, they have not.
Have you seen the earlier series?
Yes, sir.
The earlier films?
Yes,
In
sir.
the series?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, so आप क्या करते हो वो?
Sir, I didn't get the question.
So what does the cast of characters now do?
Sir, initially they went into the video game in initial part, and they complete the levels. But in second part, the thing is like the small children are there, means young youth are there, youth people are there, and they want to having adventures, and they went into that Jumanji game, and they complete the game.
Out of it?
Yes, sir.
Do they come out of it?
Yes, sir. At the end, they come out.
Come out of it. Very good, very good. अच्छा, प्रेसिडेंट ट्रम्प का कहना ये है कि इंडिया एक मेजर प्रॉब्लम है as far as American trade is concerned. It's a country that levies a lot of tariff on American goods and services and has created a major problem for the American economy.
Sir, India levies tariffs on only that are provided
No,
with.
just tell me one thing.
Yes, sir.
Between India and America, is there a trade surplus on the Indian side or is there a trade surplus on the American side?
Sir, there is trade surplus with Indian side, sir.
With the Indian side?
Yes, sir.
Both in goods and services?
Yes, sir.
Both in goods and services?
Yes, sir.
If I compare America's trade with China,
Yes, sir.
so if you look at the America-China trade, even the Chinese enjoy a trade surplus.
Yes, sir.
So as compared to the Indian surplus, is the Chinese surplus large or is it smaller?
It's large, sir.
It's large. So what would the size of the Indian surplus be?
So it's around 27 billion.
27 million? Billion. And the Chinese one?
So it's more than 400 billion, sir. It's around 500 billion.
Mama. Which essentially means that the Chinese do a lot of trade with the United States.
Yes, sir.
कैसे किया जाए? So how should India do? The Americans and the Chinese have a trade war that is going on.
Yes, sir.
There is an idea that a lot of Chinese manufacturing will move to India. Are you optimistic on that front?
Sir, can you please repeat the second part?
On account of the China-America trade war, there was an idea that there would be a lot of manufacturing which will move to India.
Yes, sir.
So are you optimistic that this is going to move, this is going to happen?
Yes, sir, because India has been showing that they are promoting industries in India, because the ease of doing business shows that India has been moved from 140th place to the 67th place in last 4 years, and India is providing convenient.
But that also includes services. You're
Yes,
talking about manufacturing. So on the manufacturing front, you're optimistic कि हो जाएगा.
Yes, sir, because we have the biggest market in the world, and most of the countries.
अरे मार्केट का क्या करेंगे वैभव?
Yes,
प्रॉब्लम
sir.
ये है एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, अगर डिमांड जीरो है तो मार्केट का साइज देख के क्या होता है? You come from engineering.
Yes.
You might have done some basic management thing, na? At
Yes,
some
sir.
level or the other. So the community that you belong to is called as Dangars.
Yes, sir.
Does it enjoy any benefits as far as reservations in Maharashtra is concerned?
Yes, sir. We have reservation in central list according to OBCs, other backward classes, and in Maharashtra we represent nomadic tribe.
Nomadic tribes.
Yes, sir.
And why was there an agitation which was going on as far as the Dangars are concerned about reservations?
Sir, the basic thing is there is typological error in as far as Maharashtra concerned, because the same community is represented as Dhangad in UP and in Karnataka. In UP it belongs to scheduled caste, and in Karnataka it belongs to scheduled tribe. So there has been a lot of complications regarding that.
And that's the reason why they had a problem.
Yes.
Above,
Yes, sir.
is there a difference between caste and race?
Yes, sir. Caste is a cultural thing. Race is pure biological thing.
Do you really think so?
Yes, sir.
Race is purely biological?
Yes, sir. because the racism is a cultural phenomenon. Race is purely biological, sir.
Caste is a cultural phenomenon.
Yes, sir.
And race is a biological phenomenon.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Is there any possibility of exchange between the two, race and caste?
Sir, basically the so-called lower class that belong to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, they are having negroid features more prominent in them, and the so-called upper caste communities have Australoid and Caucasoid features are more there.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And besides that, again you are asked to point out one major difference between the two, race and caste. What would be that?
Sir, major difference was that, sir, that I have already.
That is the only thing
Yes,
as
sir.
of now which comes to your mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, ethnographic study, you
Yes,
must
sir.
have read about that. You
Yes,
must have studied as part of anthropology. Now, it is appreciated a lot, no doubt about that, but there are certain limitations of that. What are the limitations?
So the first thing is in ethnographic studies we represent that the community such as hunting gathering community, we consider them as a survivals of the relics, past relics. That means they have not evolved, that we consider, but evolution is the law of nature because they must have been evolved through the ages. So we should not be consider them as the primitive societies. That is the one major problem regarding that. But because we compare them as we compare their society with the contemporary industrial society and find out the evolution course of evolution. This is the major problem, sir.
Any other?
Sir, I am not able to recollect.
Okay,
information.
okay, fine. Uh, in what way fourth industrial revolution is likely to impact labor force in India?
Sir, as I have already told that India is having unskilled and semi-skilled labor. If the fourth industrial revolution comes, that is, it is regarding artificial intelligence. If the fourth revolution comes in India, majorly the unskilled and semi-skilled laborers will lose their jobs, sir. And we need to skill our laborers according to the need of the hours.
And what would be the likely size of that labor force?
Sir, as per the periodic labor force survey, around 70% population works in unorganized sector, which belongs to semi-skilled and unskilled laborers.
Okay, okay. Now, 91 onwards, what can you say? The size of the unorganized sector labor increase or decrease?
After 91 liberalization,
91, yes.
sir, I think it has been increased because of the liberalization and privatization. The more industries started to grow in urban areas, and the migration started from rural to urban. Initially, the population was majorly contributing towards agriculture, and the major shift happened later on after liberalization.
Now, if you are asked to suggest two major steps
Yes.
to deal with the problems of unorganized sector labor, what would be those?
So the first one is to promote labor-intensive industries such as food processing industry, and second one is, sir, the promoting skilling of those laborers.
Okay. And, how can we go about that? Who would promote?
Sir, we have sector skill centers which promote the skilling of unorganized sector. So we can take the help of such organizations, as well as we can take help of education institutions, non-governmental organizations, and along with government schemes can be better implemented regarding that, sir.
Okay, okay. Fine, thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you.
दी युनिक अकॅडमीचे नवनवीन व्हिडिओज आणि अपडेट्स मिळवण्यासाठी लाईक करा, सबस्क्राईब करा आणि शेअर करा.